Calvin Castine at the Beaumont Lanes, just outside of beautiful downtown Rouse's Point. It's the 10th day of December 2013. I'm back again. I was here last night and found out that the bowling match was tonight. It's Andrew Baker for Beekmantown and Kevin Sterling for the Cougars. Baker leaves double wood up there. He leaves probably the 2-9, I guess, or 3-9. The split here for Sterling, he's going to get 9 for the frame. This will bring up Skylar Fountain for the Eagles. It's Beekmantown Eagles at Northeastern Clinton here at the Beaumont. Temperature in probably in the low 30s. I didn't really pay much attention. All I know is the wind's blowing and it's cold out there. I think it's mid-20s right now. And getting colder. That's Andrew Visconti throwing it a little bit too far to the left. Is Fountain going for his spare? He's going to miss it. He's going to put it in the gutter. These are the B's. They have the A's right next door, and over that way is the girls. So because we can see the A's, we're going to stick around when the B's get done and cover the A's in the next round. And then move game 3 to the girls. Visconti looking for a 10-pin spare. He's going to get about 3 or 4 of them. There's Morgan Brown. And Brown picks up 6 pins on his first ball. The original league schedule had the Cougars on a lot of Mondays, and that worked out great for me because not much other sports going on Mondays. But because bowling alley here, this was Dylan Porter, and there's Brown missing his spare. Because the Beaumont has a league that starts at 7, and these guys don't start till 4, it just made it too much of a close encounter for them to keep those Monday games. So that's going to mess up my coverage of the bowling. Okay, we got a flip-flop on the girls already, and from Charlie Stone, the Beekmantown coach. He gave me a lineup, and then for some reason the number 1 and number 2 bowlers flip-flopped. Here's Stephen Mayo, and this here should be the last guy, Denon Warantus. Austin Delisle snuck up there while I was talking to Charlie Stone. There's a strike. So we have back-to-back strikes for Beekmantown. Cougars have just 4 B bowlers, so they have an open spot for the 5th bowler. And so there'll just be 9 bowlers here, so this should move a little faster than the just they got to learn how to push the button so that the scoreboard knows to move along there. Everybody know what button to push in there? It looks like a regular typewriter, doesn't it? Sort of. So Sterling doesn't want to start bowling until it's been reset, so I don't know if Coach Rick Dumas will come over or what's happening. They'll figure it out, I guess. I decided to cover these guys, so I figured it'd be faster than the A's, but they're falling behind briefly. Oh, another, he likes those splits. That's the Sterling ball. Here's Baker now for Beekmantown. He's working on an open. And Baker leaves 10 pin. Sterling with a double pinochle. He'll get 2 of them, so he'll get 8 for that frame. And we got Baker going for his spare, and Andrew Visconti stepping up for the Cougars. Baker will hook his way or slice his way, whatever. Flipped it. Didn't get the spare he was hoping for. That's more of a slice right there from Visconti. Now we got Skylar Fountain up for the Eagles. He's working on an open. He'll get all but the 1-2 pin. Visconti will leave the 1-3. Give him 8 for the frame. And here's Fountain. Fountain misses it, so he'll get 8 for the frame. And I'll bring up Dylan Porter for the Cougars. And Porter gets 8 pins, leaves the 1-3 in his first ball. Here's Morgan Brown. And Brown looks like he picked up maybe 2, 3 at the most. Porter picks up his spare. And give Brown about 5 or 6 for the frame. Here's Mayo for the Cougars, and Mayo at the right in the middle leaves the 6-7-10. Now we got Austin Delisle. He snuck up there and struck while he was distracted there in the first frame. And he shows us just exactly how he did it with another strike. There's Mayo going for his split. And he'll get 7 for the frame. That'll bring us to Denon Walantis. He's working on a strike. He said, I want to try that 6-7-10. I want to try that. So that's what he leaves himself. And Baker will be up to start the 3rd frame for the Eagles. Oh, gave it a good shot. Just got the 10, but if he could have nipped that 6 and sent it over to the 7, it could have been interesting. A solid 5 pin left by Baker in his first ball in the 3rd. Sterling will step up now for the Cougars. So it's going to be a tight year. Cougars starting at 4 o'clock. Makes it real tough for me to make these games and still get to basketball games in a timely manner. So I'm going to have to really pick and choose here. So we're not going to get the number of Sterling gets 8 for the frame. Number of bowling matches that we have in the past. We're very seldom do we miss a bowling match. This year we've already missed 1. We did the schedule and apparently didn't pay attention to the notice because I didn't realize they had an opening game here at the Walmart on the 4th. Today's the 10th. So Visconti gets just one pin on his first ball. Here's Fountain going for his spare. He's going to get all but the 3-5, so he'll get 8 for the frame. Visconti is going to put it in the gutter. Now we've got Morgan Brown. Brown with a strike. It's his first mark. Where's Mayo? Go. Move it. Mayo gets 7 pins. Was that Porter? It's Porter, excuse me. No, it's Mayo. It's Mayo, excuse me. Another strike for Austin Delisle. That's 3 in a row for Delisle. Porter leaves the 1, 2, 4. Hey, you miss it. And here is Relentless. And leaves the 3-10. Okay, now we got Mayo for the Cougars. And Mayo left most of a picket fence. Let's go between them. No, oh, good try. I almost got that 10. And Mayo left the 3-6-10. And we got Sterling stepping up, ready to start the 4th frame. That'll be 7 for the frame for Mayo. There's Sterling. And Sterling got a little help there with that drop of the 7 pin. It leaves him just the 1-3-6. And Andrew Baker stepping up. And spare for Sterling. And a gutter from Baker to start the 4th frame for the Eagles. Here's Visconti. Yeah, 27 through 3 frames. He gets 4 pins. And he's going to go with the double gutter for Baker. Visconti. He's going to slide into the gutter, so he'll get 4 for the frame. And bring up Skylar Fountain. Fountain gets a strike. His first mark, I think. And we got Porter. Porter leaves just the 2 pin. And Morgan Brown steps up. Brown with a strike. That's a double for him. We got Mayo up. No. Yeah, Mayo. No, it's not Mayo. This is Porter. Porter gets a spare. And a strike for Delisle. Now we've got Mayo. the 1-2-4. And Walontis up. He strikes. Delisle has 4 strikes, by the way, if you're counting along at home. So he's off to a good start. Mayo's going to miss his spare. There's Sterling. Sterling gets 9 pins, leaves the 6. Andrew Baker leaves the 3 pin. We're in the 5th frame. Sterling just missed by that much. And Baker covers his. Well, he gets a mark. His 2nd mark for the game, it looks like. And we got Andrew Visconti in lane 15. Visconti leaves the 1-3-6. And we got a strike from Skylar Fountain. That's a double for Fountain. 2 strikes in a row. And Visconti going for his spare. And he got just the head pin. And 9 pins for Morgan Brown. Dylan Porter. Porter leaves the picket fence. And Brown misses his spare. Porter, it's 8. And Delisle has his first non-strike. After 4 in a row, he picks up 7 pins in his first ball. There's Mayo. And Mayo with a strike. And Delisle is going to have an open after 4 strikes. He gets an open here in the 5th. Well, there's so many people that I never ever want to mention, folks, because people say, what about so-and-so and so-and-so? There's 9 pins for Walontis, and Baker set to start the 6th frame. But as I was watching the bowling here, I remember how much Anna Gooley used to enjoy watching bowling on Hometown Cable. And she left us about a month ago at the age of 92. There's a strike for Baker. And here's Walontis looking to pick up the 10 pin. And he'll miss it. Hit it in the gutter. Oh, we got Skylar Fountain. Picks up a couple of pins. And Sterling in the 6th frame. Almost got the spare. That was the Fountain. Go back to those scores there. The problem here with this particular monitor, you can't see the bottom. So you have to remember what the score is from one team to the other. Sterling's going to miss his spare. And Brown will strike for Morgan Brown. Here's Visconti. Oh, 1386, 1368. We have Delisle waiting to bowl for the Eagles, and Visconti going for his spare. And he'll get 6 for the frame now, Delisle. I'm not sure if it was on the corner of the screen or not, but Chris Colts had a very tough spare, and I think he had 2 on one side and 3 on the other, I think. Looking on it, and I think he picked it up, so he got a little excited. Porter gets 9 pins. Here's Delisle getting 6 for the frame. And he says, this game started out so good. He got, after 4 strikes, 2 opens in a row. Here's Mayo. Mayo misses his, no, it's not Mayo, that's Porter missing his spare. Olantis left 2 pins. That looks like the 2-5. Now we got Mayo. Olantis. Oh, we had double wood there. We had a 8-pin hiding on the. I think I've been calling the 9-pin, 8-pin, I think, over in the getting into my bowling mode for the year here. I think I've been calling the 9-pin an 8-pin here when it's been on the right side of the instead of on the left side. 1-2 left for Mayo. Give him 8 for the frame. It'll bring up Sterling, so it's strike for Sterling. And 7 pins for Baker. Baker was working on a strike. Visconti gets a couple of pins. And Baker will pick up his spare. So let's see, we can see the total now, right now. The Cougars on this side, we can see the total because they only have 4 bowlers. So it's 235 to 422. There's an open. There's Fountain. And Fountain with a strike. There's nothing to it. Nothing to it. I figured it out. Now I know what to do. I'll do it every time. Dylan Porter. Little lemon drop knocks down 6 pins. Here's Brown. Brown leads a solid 5. That's the solid pin, yes. A solid 5 pin right smack dab in the middle. Porter. Gonna miss that head pin and get 7 for the frame. And a spare for Morgan Brown. Hits it to Stephen Mayo for the Cougars. Austin Delisle for the Eagles. And Delisle brings up his 5th strike of the game. And Mayo has 5 pins down. Walantis will step to the plate after Mayo serves. And Mayo gets 8 for the frame. Walantis leaves a 1-2. Walantis with a spare. Well, we are starting the 8th frame. Yeah, I guess we completed 7. Sterling up. He's 3-6-7, and we have a complete miss there from Baker. There's Sterling with a tough spare. He's gonna give it a shot. Give him 8 for the frame. Baker looking for a 10-pin spare. He was going to get a shot at it. Leaves a 5. It's 9 for the frame. Visconti up. This is viewer-supported local television, folks. If you're watching this, we need your support to keep doing this. We really need to hear from you bowling fans. It's going to be tough for us to be here. Fountain gets 8 pins. Porter up for the Cougars. And Porter gets 6 pins in his first ball. Just going to miss that spare. Fountain gave it a shot, but he just couldn't make contact with that 4 pin. Porter. And Porter has himself a spare. We got Brown. And Brown leaves the 3-6-10. And Mayo will step up for the Cougars. And Mayo strikes. And 10 pin is left. We'll give him 9 for the frame. Brown gets us to Delisle, and anytime Baker wants to start the 9th frame, he should feel free to do so. And Delisle leaves the 4-7-8. I'll give him a 7 for the frame, and here's Launtis. Baker will strike, start the 8th. Sterling did it. Sterling with a strike. There's Fountain getting a couple of pins. Visconti's up. Long round to get a pin. Doesn't really matter, he's working on a strike, so now or next time doesn't matter. Fountain gets 8 for the frame. I'll bring up Baker. Baker will get, make that, Visconti will get 1 for the frame. There's Baker. Leaves the 1-3. And Porter stepping up for the Cougars. Seven for the first ball. Baker will pick up his spare. Excuse me, Brown will pick up his spare, not Baker. Baker and a Brown. There's Porter. Oh, field goal. There's Delisle. There's a solid 5 pin. Mayo with a strike. Delisle will pick up his pair. That was a double for the male. Here's Voluntis. He's a 6'10", 3'10", 3'10". Nice pair for Voluntis. And it'll get us to the 10th frame. And a strike to start things by Baker. Sterling. And Sterling follows suit. Looks up at Ma and says, how'd I do? Oh, there's a first fill ball for Baker. There's Sterling's first fill ball here in the 10th. He gets 7 pins. Baker will get 2 more. Sterling wrapping up his first game. And he gets the spare. We'll give him a 133. Baker had a 134. How do you like that? Huh? So we got Skylar Fountain coming up for the Eagles, and Visconti taking his sweet time here. Visconti gets 5. Now Fountain. He's got 5. Visconti will get 7 for the frame. I'll give him a 53 for the first game. And a spare for Fountain. Fountain will get a fill ball. Porter up now for the Cougars. And 5 more. For 125 for Fountain to bring up Brown. And we got Porter throwing his second ball in the 10th. Give him 7 for the frame. We'll give him a 113. Brown. He'll get 8 on his fill ball. There's Mayo. In the gutter on his first one there in the 10th. Brown. He picks up the spare. So he'll get a full ball. And a double whammy for Mayo. In the 10th, after a double 2 strikes, he could see that 100 plus. He knew it was a sure thing. And he ended up throwing 2 better balls. So it's going to be a disappointing finish there for Mayo. Especially when the eyes of the world are on you here via hometown cable. There's Baker, and Baker will get 8. His fill ball, give him a 152, so he's a high man at the moment. There's your Cougar finishers. And game 1. So Austin Delisle is almost a sure thing to surpass Baker, but we just saw a double gutter, so anything is possible. 8 strikes. And Delisle did not strike. He had a spare, so he gets an open and ends up with a 169. So he'll be the high man in his first game, starting it off, as you recall, with 4 strikes. Alontis will wrap it up. 3 strikes. Number 132, but the best he can do is a 162, so he's not the best Delisle in this one. It's 9 pins on that one. He's got a 152 plus whatever you can get with this ball, which is a maximum of 1 more. And he'll get it. He'll get it. And the 153. Oh, 152, excuse me, 152. Well, that'll wrap up the first game here in the B division. And we'll be back in a moment with the A's, so don't go away.